Hey there guys, this is 88 Shadow here. 88 Shadow Angel here once again. Hoping you're well. And today I'm doing it this way around because it's a bit easier. I'm going to do the book review on the new Orc Codex for Warhammer 40,000. Now a quick read through of this, and I suppose a fairly quick game. On the day of its release, I absolutely fell in love with this book. If you're an Orc fan, you'll absolutely love it. Not a lot's changed from the previous book. It's just basically just been updated. However, some of the changes are that you no longer get the smog cloud rule for your war bikes. They now come with a 4-up armor save because of the bikes, but they also get, if you turbo boost, they get +1 to their jinx, their cover save or jinx save. Everything is everything is a lot cheaper as well. I mean, I made a fairly hard Orc war boss, which came in at like 130 points, and he just decimated everything. But yeah, there's some really cool bits and pieces in here. First and foremost, you should notice just the beautiful bits of artwork, as always with the Warhammer books. All the new. So I mean, just look at that. Get close for that. That is just on effectively the opening cover. It is just full of bits, gorgeous bits of artwork. You've also got maps as well, so you'll get tons of bits of fluff and things like that. This was quite cool, which I thought, which is the kind of same thing they did with the Marines and Eldar and everything else, where they do different tribes and tell you a bit about the stuff. So you've got like, so on here you've got a bit about all your tribes and how they all work. So Orc Society, and then you've got different gangs. So you've got your Goths, you've got your evil sons, bad moons, snake biters, blood axes, and there we go, death scores and freebooters. There you go, so you can see them. And it gives you a really nice bit of fluff and a really cool bits of descriptions and even more bits of gorgeous artwork. So yeah, so you get all your bits of fluff as you do with every book and everything else. More bits of photos, all the new funky toys and things like that. So onto this. That's your gifts, or the gifts of the Wag, I think it's called. Yeah, I'll just call it gifts of the Wag. So you've got specialist bits in there for stuff like your war bosses to suit his armour up and things like that. So it's all in one section. All your points and everything else is all in there, and this varies in their own descriptions. So this is the biggest change for this book. This is how 7th edition codexes are going to look, as reported by Games Workshop themselves, or the web store. They are now formatted like data sheets. So I'll just get really close. So what you'll get is you'll get a picture of your model that it's meant to be, or what you're representing. Obviously you've got your title. Your points value is now up here in the circle, so your base points. You get his stat line, description of what he is, and how much the unit composes of. You then get all your options down there, so your points and everything else describes everything. So effectively you're getting the old artwork picture with all the rules and points and everything. It's all in one bit. So it's not a case of you get an artwork picture with the description and things like that at the centre of the book, and then you have to go all the way to the back to get the points. It's now all in one, easy to think, and it goes all the way through this. So you got your, obviously, all this bit, all this. So like I say, it just goes, and it's quite nice. Although I kind of do miss the artwork. That's because I'm a bit of a fan of the artwork, but other than that, you get to look at the nice new models and things like that. So, yeah. As far as things like the Force Sword goes, Orcs actually get can have up to 3 HQ on the board if you're wanting to do obviously the forged armies or battle forged armies. Ghazghkull is not one of them. Just to explain this, obviously with the new way things work, you now have what's called a Lord of War choice, which is something who's meant to be a mighty hero kind of thing. So stuff like super heavies as well. Ghazghkull is one of these. Sorry, camera died a bit there. So as I was saying, with Ghazghkull, a lot of the new characters, well, there's no new characters, but there's a couple. They've redone a lot of the old ones. So Boss Snitrot is now an actual HQ choice. Box Zagstrug is now a HQ choice. And Zagstrug's Ripper is quite cool. It's AP2, strength 7, 3 shots. But you can read about this when you get. So just to explain, and something I did miss, I do apologise, is this. There's no actual categories for elites and stuff now, so it won't actually say elite, it just gives you a symbol, which if you go to the Force Sword picture, which tells you how to build up the army, it tells you what all the symbols mean and all that. But yeah, it's of course now finally got the inclusion of the flyers and things like that, so you've got all the new bits of units and stuff like that in here. So as you make the Morkanauts, or Morkanaut and Gorkanaut. But yeah, here's what I mean. So as you can see, that is Ghazghkull, who has the fist at the top, so that means he's a Lord of War choice. His points, bit of story, and all these rules and stuff at the bottom. But he's on the same page as the Stomper. So like I said, you can. So it means you can only take one Lord of War choice, I believe, unless you've got like amount of points and everything else. And here's another new addition to Codexes: formations. This is the Orc Warband formation. So it gives you a brief picture of what you're looking at. You then get your description of what's in it and what it compromises of, all there. So all in all, it's a really good book, and it's a real interesting look to how codexes are going to look from now on, as I said before. So you got all your weaponry bits and pieces, warlord traits as well. Orcs also have their own Maelstrom tactical objective cards, or bits and pieces in here, so unique ones to them. There's 6, I believe. They also have have their own psychic powers, which are quite fun. Some of them are actually sounding quite cool, which I hopefully get to try out some soon. There you go. Actually, speaking of them, there you go. Powers of the Wag. So yeah, all your psychic powers, all there. And there's your description for the gifts of Mork and Gork. So here you go. That is the Force Organisation chart for Orcs. So as you can see, you can pull through stuff. If you're doing this, you got your 1 HQ, and yeah, 3 troop there. So you're going to have a fairly big army to begin with. You can then add, obviously, your elites, fast attack, heavy support. You also have 2 extra HQ slots, 3 elites, 3 fast, 3 heavy. But I mean, just look at how many troops you can now fit in here. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So you also get your fortification and your war one. There's the tactical objectives, and then your reference sheet at the back, obviously. So you get all your warlord traits, your army special rules, squigs, runts and squigs special rules, armour different, so obviously your standard chart. If you then open it up, and you get all your vehicle equipment and psychic powers and other nifty special rules. And so there you go, guys. All in all, a very, very good, brand new Orc Codex. As I say, if you're an Orc fan and an Orc player, you will absolutely love this book because it is awesome. They've done Orcs really well, and it kind of keeps that kind of zany franticness of them. The new mob rules are quite cool because it's effectively like Animosity is in fantasy. So if you fail morale test, then you can roll. If you roll like a 6, but they just end up punching one another in the face, and that's it. And they just don't run. It's quite a nice addition, and I can't wait to get playing with this properly. So yeah, so there you go, guys. Hope this has helped in some way, whichever way. If there's anything I can help out with, I would suggest dropping us a message on the Facebook page, because I can actually respond, whereas I can't on the YouTube channel, unfortunately. So yeah, so there you go, guys. Like I say, hope it helps. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very, very much for subscribing. Thank you. Follow the link down below for the Facebook page. I'm also now on Instagram as well. So if you hit me up, just type in 88 Shadow Angel. Go over and drop us a like or follow, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, which will just be. It's pretty much like the Facebook page, but it's a lot more photo based. So obviously. So yeah, so hit us up on there if you're watching on there. And I'll catch you again soon. We're hopefully with the finished flash skits, which are coming along quite nicely. So I'll catch you again later. See you later, guys. Cheers.